So we've got to talk about a murder investigation that's recently been opened in Somerset, more specifically a place called Norton Fitzwarren. Now, Norton Fitzwarren is a smallish village near Taunton, and you might be thinking to yourself, this doesn't necessarily seem like a place where a murder investigation would have been opened, but it has, and the alleged circumstances surrounding this case are even more bizarre and shocking than at first thought. Let's get into the information we know so far, and then we'll get into the most recent updates that have came out over these past couple of days. At around 9:45 p.m. on Sunday, the 21st of November 2021, police were called to Dragon Rise in Norton Fitzwarren. When they arrived, they found married couple 33-year-old Jennifer Chapple and 36-year-old Stephen Chapple suffering from stab injuries. Despite the best efforts of paramedics, they would go on to be pronounced dead at the scene. In regards to arrests, a 34-year-old former Commando Royal Engineer Colin Reeves was arrested in connection with the incident, and as of roughly a couple of hours ago, he was charged with both of their murders. A 67-year-old man was also arrested in connection with the investigation, but latest reports show he was released under investigation. I'm unsure if the charges have since been dropped though, but I think what makes this situation 10 times worse than it already is that this married couple were murdered in their own home and their young children were upstairs sleeping while this all went down. Of course, the children haven't been named, but their ages have been given as 5 and 6. The couple, though, had been described by neighbours as very friendly, kind, welcoming. So what would make someone want to kill such people? Well, according to local residents, they've gone on to tell reporters that in the months leading up to their deaths, they'd been getting involved in arguments about car parking spaces, and they believe that this double murder could have been the result of a recent argument about exactly that. Doorcam footage released yesterday picks up one of those arguments that happened only earlier on this month.
She's the one who started it, so off.
What's that, you fat
God.
Reports have described this as a feud between neighbours. At roughly 5 p.m. after Jennifer had finished work, she's approached by a man who confronts her in the dark as she grabs her front door handle. Of course, then, you've seen the back and forth. The footage had been given to reporters from Jennifer's friend. She described Jennifer as being frightened in this whole situation. In reference to the rising tensions, neighbours have said that police were called at least 3 times to disputes. Disputes are said to have been a common occurrence though in the area due to the narrow roads and lack of parking spaces, but in this case you can see if the police are needing to be called, then it must have gotten way out of hand. But this is all the information that we currently know surrounding this investigation so far. If I do get any updates coming from it, of course, I'm going to keep you guys posted as always. But I do want to take this time out just to say rest in peace to both Jennifer and Stephen. Of course, they leave behind 2 very small young children, and we do have to think about them at this current time because they are only 5 and 6, and now sadly they're going to be growing up through the rest of their childhood, teenage years, and even adult years without both parents being by their sides now. So I am hoping that the family, especially the kids, are getting all the support that's needed. Again, I am going to keep you guys posted if any updates come out of this situation. But for now, give the video a like for more crime-related content like this, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't. It's been me, Huncho, and I'll see you in the next one.